Now we move on to the main event. We're going to talk about WWE Backlash. I'm not calling it WrestleMania Backlash because that's stupid. Why not? Why did they call it WrestleMania Backlash? Just call it Backlash. I never understood that. But anyways, we're having Backlash this Sunday. And as of right now, we have 6 matches. They could add more. So I'm going to talk about each of these matches and what I think my predictions are going to be. And don't forget to let me know in the comments or kind of give me your predictions if you can. I'll post these on YouTube, so you'll hopefully comment on them. So we're going to go ahead and talk about Backlash. I'm going to give you my predictions. So we got Damian Priest versus The Miz in a lumberjack match. This match I'm not looking forward to. The Miz has been treated like a joke for so long. I hate lumberjack matches. I'm going to go with Damian Priest. And I'm hoping Damian Priest wins. And he moves on to fight somebody else. I'll get to that person in a minute. Next, we got the Dirty Dogs, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode versus Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. This one, in my opinion, could be a very sleeper match. A lot of people are kind of looking at the match and not too sure. I think this could be a sleeper match. It could be one of those fun little matches that we can get, we could be seeing. In terms of who wins, I kind of flip-flopped on who I believe will win. On one hand, I could see the Mysterio family win and become the first father-son tag team champions. But then again, if they want to build this up, have the Dirty Dogs win. Have Ziggler and Roode win. So I'm going to pick Ziggler and Roode to retain, and the feud continues. Maybe at the following pay-per-view, which I believe will be Money in the Bank. Because I do believe the Mysterios will become tag team champions eventually, but I think it might be too soon. So if they want to really milk this out, I think doing this match and just having the Mysterios win would not be the best. Build the Mysterios up as those underdogs. So I would have the Dirty Dogs, Ziggler and Roode retain the tag team championships. So those are my predictions for that. Next, we got Rhea Ripley versus Asuka versus Charlotte Flair for the Raw Women's Championship, a triple threat match. I want Rhea Ripley to win, but I'm going to pick Charlotte. I love Rhea Ripley to death, but it's fucking Charlotte. It's Charlotte Flair. Anytime Charlotte is involved in a match, more likely she's going to win. That's what's upsetting. That's another thing I hate about Charlotte Flair matches. Every time she's in a match, I'm like, fuck, she's going to win. And you know what's scary? Most of the time, if Charlotte Flair's involved in a match, she's going to win. Very rarely can you predict the Charlotte Flair match and go, oh yeah, she's not going to win. Very rarely. This one, I could definitely see Charlotte winning. And I don't want her to. So I'm going to go with Charlotte, unfortunately, on becoming new Raw Women's Champion, because God forbid, if you have anybody else to do, but I really want Rhea Ripley to retain her championship. This match could be very good. I think it has a lot of potential to be very good, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Next, we got the SmackDown Women's Championship. We got Bianca Belair defending against Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I think this match should be pretty good. And I'm going to go with Bianca Belair retaining the SmackDown Women's Championship because I do believe Belair and Sasha Banks will renew the rivalry. I think Sasha will turn full on heel. And I think probably starting Money in the Bank, they'll probably return the rivalry. Heck, Sasha could win Money in the Bank and cash in on Belair to regain her championship, and that's how they start their feud. Or revisit their feud. It's a possibility. But I do believe Belair will retain. It's too soon for her to get the belt off. So I'm going to pick Belair. I'm going to pick up Bianca Belair to retain. Next, we got Roman Reigns defending the Universal Championship against Cesaro. I'm really looking forward to this match. These two, I think, have great chemistry. Roman Reigns is at his peak right now with this whole tribal chief, head of the table gimmick. This was just suited for Roman Reigns. And we all know Cesaro's just fantastic. But here's the thing. Should Cesaro win the championship this Sunday, I want Cesaro to become Universal Champion. I want Cesaro to be a world champion. We all do. We all know how good Cesaro is. But Roman Reigns is going to retain the championship. But here's an idea. Now I have to give credit to guys like Just Alex, Deluxe-Man, and others who probably said this. So I'm not taking credit for this, but I do like this idea. Have Roman Reigns versus Cesaro. Cesaro loses. Roman Reigns retains his championship. I would have then Cesaro qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match. And Cesaro wins Money in the Bank. And at SummerSlam, Cesaro cashes in his briefcase on Roman Reigns with the crowd. Because remember, rumors are going around that SummerSlam is going to have fans in the attendance, like it did at WrestleMania. Have Cesaro cash in cleanly in advance against Roman Reigns, and have Cesaro be the one to beat Roman Reigns and become Universal Champion in front of a live crowd at SummerSlam. I think that would be a much bigger deal. Having Cesaro win his first world title in one of the big pay-per-views like SummerSlam, I think is a bigger deal than having Cesaro win in a B show with virtual fans. I'm just trying to think logically here. I want Cesaro to win. If Cesaro wins, I am not going to complain. I will probably cry. But thinking logically and thinking, what would be better? I would have Roman Reigns retain and then do the rematch at SummerSlam when Cesaro wins Money in the Bank. And then Cesaro cashes it in to become new champion in front of a live crowd. I think that would be the better choice and the better option. But Reigns Cesaro, I think, will be a very kick-ass match. I'm really looking forward to that. And then possibly the main event, Bobby Lashley defending the WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre and Braun Strowman. A 3-man just clash of the Titans. This match is definitely more intriguing by adding Strowman. When they did Lashley and McIntyre originally again, I figured they were going to do this again. And some people are already going to kind of get sick of it. But by adding Strowman, although I'm not a Strowman fan anymore, I don't care about him, at least it makes the match a little bit more intriguing, a little bit fresher. I think these three are just going to beat the shit out of each other. It's just going to be a battle royale. Just these guys are going to destroy each other. But Lashley, I'm picking Bobby Lashley to retain the WWE Championship. Drew is not going to win the championship, not now. And Braun Strowman should definitely not win the championship. Bobby Lashley is still champion. We still want to get a good reign out of him. He's had the belt for a couple months, but we want his reign to continue. And like I said, although I may not like 100% this idea, but there are a lot of people that would like to see Lashley versus Lesnar. Brock Lesnar for the championship. I don't mind seeing it. I don't want to be for the WWE Championship, because if they do, Brock Lesnar's going to win the championship. And if Brock wins the championship, that's another part-time run we're going to have with that belt. I do not want to see any more part-time belts. Part-time champions anymore. I am beyond done with that. But I do predict Lashley's going to retain. I think this should be a pretty fun, big man match. Now, I was predicting for Money in the Bank, if they don't do Lashley McIntyre again. This is why I was suggesting earlier. Why not do Bobby Lashley versus Damian Priest at Money in the Bank for the WWE Championship? Get a couple months with Lashley and Priest. That's a fresh match we've never seen. And Priest deserves it, because he's been partnered up with this Miz and Morrison crap that's not funny. It's not all that exciting. Really, the best part about this was when he teamed with Bad Bunny at WrestleMania, and they had a really fun match. But either of that, I don't care about Damian Priest versus Miz and Morrison. I don't. I would like to see Damian Priest fight actual serious contenders. Whether that's Sheamus, whether that's Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre. Like I said, I think Damian Priest versus Lashley could be pretty fun. At least it's a different match. And that Money in the Bank isn't like the big pay-per-view of the year. You can kind of get away by doing a Lashley and Priest match. And that could be a good test for Damian Priest, seeing that if he's ready or if he blows people's minds to see, could he be a worthy WWE champion one day? I mean, what else do you got to lose? Worst case scenario, Priest isn't ready, and you kind of bump him down the card and have him go mid-card for a little while. And if he's ready, bam, you could just push him and make him, you have a new star, which is something WWE lacks. So that is the match card thus far. It's only 6 matches. I was honestly expecting to put another couple matches on here, so I'm kind of surprised they've only put 6. But looking at the card from top to bottom, it's a solid card. It's not overly produced. It's not too many matches. You got some, honestly, if this could go pretty well, if this goes the way I think it should go for these matches, we could be seeing a very great pay-per-view. But then again, it's WWE. I'm not going to hold my breath. I'm just going to wait and see what happens. But looking on the card, it's not a bad card. I think this could be a very fun show. This could be, I'll say it could even be WWE's pay-per-view of the year if they book it right, they do it right. It could be a lot of fun.